am still Ifeanyi, a mental health support worker, and I want to welcome you back to the conversation we started the last time on suicide. Today, I'm just going to walk you through the different stages people go through before they actually commit suicide. That's before we have what you call death by suicide. So those stages are what we call suicide behavior. The first is called suicide threat. So the person starts with statements like, I don't think I can cope with life anymore. I don't think I can survive this particular thing that I'm going through. How am I going to survive if this person leaves me? How am I going to survive if I don't get this job? If there's no need to live again, what's the need for life? If this or that doesn't happen for me or is not happening for me, why is life so tough? I feel like killing myself. I feel like dying. All those statements should actually be taken serious. And so this is the first stage of suicide behavior. The first one, the second one rather, is called suicide attempts. So when this person begins to make this kind of statement and there is no interception of such thoughts, the person can actually move into what we call suicide attempt. At this stage, this person may attempt to actually kill his or her own self or cause his or her own death, maybe by taking harmful substances like pills or liquid substances, or cutting the wrist, or hanging oneself, or stabbing oneself, or doing anything that can actually lead to death. That is called suicide attempt, all right? The next one is called suicide gesture. Suicide gesture is actually a way to make us understand that most people that try to kill themselves don't actually want to die. They are actually under so much emotional and psychological pressure, all right? And so they think that the only way to escape is through death, but that is a lie from the pit of hell. Just like I said, that suicide is not just something that is emotional or psychological, there is always a spiritual angle to it. Okay, nobody in his or her right senses who want to take his or her life. Okay, the enemy just opens that door through the stressful situation that the person is going through. And so that is the third stage. The third stage is where the person, the suicide gesture, tries to do the suicide attempt in such a way that he or she could be rescued. All right. So the person, maybe after taking the harmful substance, will begin to put a call through to somebody, a loved one, a friend, to come to his or her rescue, or the person can actually cut his or her wrist or hang his or herself where he could be easily found. All right, so such is called a suicide gesture. The final one is death by suicide. So, which means when the person have gone through the motions of the first, second, and third stage, and then there is no immediate intervention to rescue this person, that person can actually die. All right, that person can actually die. So, what we encourage people as a mental health support worker is whenever you hear people or even yourself, all right, making such statement, you should seek for help early, all right, or help those people seek for help. At that point, everyone needs a support system because they are emotionally weak and down, they are mentally weak and down, they are psychologically weak and down. So, what do you do for yourself or such people? Seek for a support system to help them through counseling or psychotherapy. Okay, you can look for mental health support workers like us, or you can look for a clinical psychologist, or you could talk to mentors, pastors, people that you trust. And so you don't have to be ashamed of these things. Okay, the enemy